Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Oracle Reiki Spiritual Healer. So, as we have the spirit of discernment for men and women, as we have this discernment in our lives, our homes, in the environment where we work at, in our communities, that God forbids us and warns us from casting our pearls before swine. And that means, any kind of devouring, a parasitic entity, dogs, wolves, and all of these types of negative entities. God warns us against casting our pearls before swine and before these dogs, because they will only trample them, meaning they will take your gifts and use them for a dirty way of life. They will take your gifts and take your blessings and make you think that they have given you something while they give you their worst, and you have given them their best, or they have taken your best. You're never supposed to allow these types of people in your life to think that they are moving forward, that they have grown and progressed. You have to be able to expose these people. So, in many of the stories that I have given you about some of the things that happened in my life, when they become aggressive to the point where, they're not only stalking you, but they want to see you humble. They will try to, harm you or let other people harm you so that they can say, my hands are clean of you. I've washed my hands of you. So when you are cleansing these types of foul spirits, and again, when these types of spirits have been upon the earth, you have to be able to tell them the truth. You have to be able to make sure that you're forcing the truth upon them, that, this is not going to go forward in my life. You can do that over there in your household, with your family, who has allowed you to do, what you do. Have that behavior with them, but you're not going to do it over here, or, you're going to see, another side of me. Okay. Because God told me what to do for you. We have a couple of ways of casting out that spirit. Now, it means this in the most, ugliest way that we can. We can whip that spirit out of you. This ain't what you want. If you come over here, you might get a taste of that whip. I used to warn, young people about coming around me. Don't leave your children around me if you let the wrong spirit into your children. If you have not the discipline and your children don't have the discipline, I warn people about coming around me with that type of spirit, because we got the whip. Okay. And just look at you. So we understand. This is the understanding that we have. When you have that kind of person, that everything that you give them, I remember, being around some of my ex-husband's friends, and, some kind of juice was poured into my video game. Not understanding that, the game could be replaced. But understanding that when you allow, your things, your personal items, to be used by a person that's in your life, a friend, a family, usually if they're ungrateful, usually if they have a negative design, or someone in their vicinity has a negative design against you, then something is going to happen to that thing that you loaned them. And it's intentional, to let you know that they do not appreciate you being on this level, that you have this light, or you have this blessing that God has given to you, and they see and know that they do not have that. They are wishing that you would, bow to them and come down to their level and do the things that they do. And even if you were to do so, even if you were to, come down to their level, it still would not be in the same, low manner that they are on. They are on the low level of the animal. They have the animal instinct of, being foul, negative, attacking with certain types of spirits, that they are in that mindset in order to harm someone, in order to be deceptive, in order to, bring someone into that low vibrational state, only to, to think that they are shining. To be able to take whatever blessings or whatever materials that God has given you. And I have seen this with so many people, in my life, that I've had to cleanse this negative energy in order to stay separate from them, in order to keep them away, to cast them out, just like Jesus casted out those multiple spirits into the swine. So once I was able to cleanse that negative energy, and they had to disperse from me. They could not come around me, and I would not go around them, because I had seen with discernment and with the clarity that God had given me, that these are the type of people who are bullies, deceptive. They carry, this lack mentality, this spirit, that they will devour wealth with these people. They will devour their wealth, and they will devour anyone's wealth, so that they continue to stay in this animalistic mentality. They continue to stay in this lack mentality. So these are the things that we have been cleansing. These are the things that we have to work on, because they can sneak into people in our relationships, where the way that I was taught is that, if you're not used to something, act like you're used to something. If you don't know something, say I don't know. Okay, very simple to me. And we have these people that will come trying to devour wealth, devour your skills, devour your blessings, devour chosen ones, whether you are male or female. That you will have to cast these people out of your life. You will have to cast them out, and expose them for who they are. That you're around those people, you hang out, especially whether they are family members. It's different when they are friends, but when they are family members, you will have to say, well, if these people are going to do it for you, then, by all means, then let them do it for you. Okay, and you will have to step off. I've had to step off in this manner in many relationships, and with parents in my life. I've had to step off and let those people who they cherish the most, who they poured into the most, I've had to let them do this. And this is the way that I have been able to not only expose these types of narcissists in my life, but also to cleanse this spirit, so that, God has protected me from their attacks, from the witchcraft and the voodoo, these secret societies that they are in, these places that they go to, these secret people that they go to in other states, where they have tried to, put me on altars. But, by the same token, everything that they had directed at me, it happened in their life. Because God had shielded me from those types of attacks, because I had identified them. I had cleansed the negative energy. I stayed praying against these types of entities within my family, within my community, and within my marriages. And these people were exposed that they were users. These spirits, these devouring spirits, they will devour your wealth. They want to, make sure that you're on the same level as them. But God would not allow that in my life. I was able to expose them in time, that I was able to move everything out of their way that God had blessed me with. I was able to have the clarity of what the entity was trying to do in their lives against me, the attack that had formed against me, you know, the way that they had tried to defame me, you know, with other people, with neighbors, you know. And these are some of the smear campaigns that will happen when they cannot use you, when you are not allowed, you know, to let the swine entity devour your pearls. You know, so we don't cast our pearls to swine as the chosen ones. We protect ourselves. We use the books as examples in order to protect ourselves. We have a close connection with God. We pray and we fast against these negative entities so that they are exposed in our lives, whoever they may be, wherever they may be. So I hope you received this message. Please like, share, and subscribe to me over all of my platforms. Book your one-on-one sessions with me so that you can have a gift acclimated to your situation. You can book a life coaching session or video chat session. Donate to my channel. I'm High Oracle, Reiki Spiritual Healer. Assalamu alaikum.